Today's episode of Film Riot is brought to you by Jack Threads. Today on Film Riot, we combine mail with a sack. Welcome to Film Riot Mondays. Today we're once again answering your questions that you asked on Facebook and Twitter and the whatnots. Let's not dilly-daddle. Let's jump right in. Both feet first. I don't even want to know if the water's cold. I'm just diving in. First question comes from Heath, and he says, who are your favorite filmmakers to follow on Twitter? That is a great question. I have a few, like Philip Bloom, Vincent Laforet, Tom Guillemette, Jon Favreau, and John August. That's another good one. Stu Maschwitz, that's another good one. And Bruno. When working as a director and having a cinematographer, how do you know you have the same ideas? That can be complicated if you have somebody that has a totally different taste than you do, but you should have figured this out before time. You really want to get somebody who's on the same mental plane as you are when it comes to your creative likes and dislikes. But in projects that I've worked on in the past, when I was cinematographer, the director would tell me, you know, go look at this or that film. Hey, take a look at this painting. I've used comic book art in the past to talk about color tones and how harsh the contrast should and should not be. TV shows even. You use any of these things to get on the same idea. We also I've done a lot of test shots in the past where we would, you know, just shoot a couple shots from the movie and then color correct it and decide, yes, this is in fact the look we want to do. And if you're ever doing a big project, you want to do that anyway. You want to do a test anyway to see what the lights are going to do to your actor, to the clothing that they're going to be into, the location, if you can. These are all good practices to set up before time either way to get everybody on the same page. What was your first job in the film biz, and how well did the hard work, I assume, pay off with future contacts and jobs? My first job out of film school was doing BTS, which means behind the scenes, on a pretty large short film, a six-figure budgeted short film. Of course, I was unpaid. I didn't really make any contacts because pretty much everybody was a douchebag on the set. So it was just kind of a bad experience overall. There was a couple of cool people here and there, but for the most part, it was kind of I'm all set with that group. Dear Ryan, as you suggest in the Christmas list, I got the Canon T3i. I must say it's awesome. Any tips for mastering the manual focus? Really, the basic technique to getting really good at manual focus is just practicing a lot. When I first started doing my own manual focus, I would just take the camera for hours on end and walk around pulling focus on things. The more you do it, the more you're going to get the hang of it, and the more it's just going to become second nature to you, like riding a bike, and you'll become extremely proficient with it, even when running around. So really, it's just all about doing it over and over and over and over and over constantly. Neil asks, what's your process for coming up with a story? Do you start with a phrase, scenario, dilemma, etc.? That always varies. I'm coming up with one idea right now that's literally based on just a visual of somebody in a chair in a certain room. And I used to think that this was a stupid way of coming up with stories because I've done it a lot. I'll come up with, hey, you know, it'd be cool, this one scene. I want somebody to do X. That would be awesome. And then I actually create a story completely around it and then toss on the meaning and what should be behind it after the fact. And I used to think that was a terrible way of going about it. But then with the new special features you have on Blu-rays and things like that, you're starting to get way more in-depth opinions from directors. And I'm starting to find out that a lot of people do it like that on the Super 8 special features. J.J. Abrams actually talks about one of the ways he came up with Super 8 was just that opening shot of the board changing from however many days without incident to 1. And the whole movie started stemming from that. So that was really encouraging for me, that it's not stupid to come up with a story based around one moment that you really like. Will you ever make an alien sketch involving spaceships or actual aliens? No. When you switch from Final Cut Pro, why did you choose Premiere over Avid? I chose Premiere over Avid because I already knew Premiere. I had used it in an older job I did. I actually started off with Premiere, so it was a comfortable fit to move to. Plus, I've been hearing from a lot of filmmaking friends that Premiere, the latest iterations of it, have been fantastic. So I jumped over to that because with our schedule, I really didn't have time for an insane learning curve. Though I do definitely plan on trying out Avid and giving my opinions here on the show. Hey Rai, if you could direct any genre of film on an unlimited budget, what would it be? Probably sci-fi or thriller of some kind. Probably more like a sci-fi thriller, sci-fi action thriller with a touch of horror.
My Minority Report mean?
Minority Report is a great example. Prometheus. I would love to be involved with a film like Prometheus. I would give my firstborn goat to be involved.
Ridley.
Good old Ridley. The Scots, my God. What a talented family. Ryan, have you ever come in contact with any famous directors, and who's the one person you've always dreamed of meeting? I have not, unfortunately. The closest I've come was Shane Hilbert, cinematographer, which was awesome. But I would love to meet Steven Spielberg, J.J. Abrams, Ridley Scott, Christopher Nolan, Ryan Johnson, David Slade. Let's see, who else? Who else, Bruno? Oh, Martin Scorsese. No, that's okay. What is your proudest moment as a filmmaker? I don't know that I have one yet. I can't really think of one. I mean, you're always proud when you do something, like if you have somebody who's a really terrible actor, but you're actually able to get something good out of them, and then you get compliments on their acting, but you know when you were there that it was like pulling teeth. But you were able to work with them and pull something great out of it. You watch it back and you're just so daggone proud of what you were able to accomplish. Or like a really complicated scene and nobody knows how it's gonna work out, and you have this idea in your head and you're not sure it's gonna work out, and then it does. That's always, anybody who shoots and edits knows exactly what I'm talking about. You're always just so victorious in that moment. You're so doggone proud of it. But then later you're gonna hate it anyway, because everybody hates the stuff that they do. They're like, I wish I were better.
Not everybody.
Self-loathing. True, Michael Bay. Brett Ratner. Ryan, I just wanted to know how to make it rain on set without actually rain so my actors don't get wet all the time. I actually would not recommend trying to do rain without actual water being involved. That's always gonna look friggin' terrible. Your actors should be wet and they should have water hitting them. Otherwise, the effect is just gonna look extremely cheesy and terrible. We actually did an episode showing how to make a rain wand in this. Don't forget to put it there. Okay, put that there, and then look at it when he puts it there. I think we're actually gonna do another rain machine pretty soon. I had an idea for one. Spoiler alert! Tell update? Tell's been a really long process with a lot of ups and downs. It's not like we've been working on it nonstop. We actually shot it pretty quickly and a long freaking time ago. And we keep having to put it on the shelf and leave it alone because we're busy doing other things. Then we come back to it when I can, which isn't that often at all, frustratingly. So it's off to a composer right now. We're working on the music. That's going a little slower than I'd like as well. We did, however, finish a trailer. Original music by Vitali, and it's a freaking sick trailer. I'm actually really excited about it. We're going to be getting that out to you guys this month, probably the end of the month, so at least you'll be able to see what you can look forward to. When the film's going to come out, I'm not 100% sure. I was really hoping we were going to have it out this month, but that is not happening because of other stuff that's going on. But we're really gearing up to start doing some really awesome stuff for you guys and trying to offer as much free crap that we can for you guys, free entertainment, and not only that, free assets to help you guys out as filmmakers. So in the long run, it's all going to be worth it that this has been shelved so much. But it is coming soon, and you will have a trailer very, very soon. Probably some more pictures as well. So I don't know, there's your Tell update. With more than 23 million members, Netflix is the world's largest subscription service, instantly streaming TV episodes and movies over the interwebs. For one low monthly price, Netflix Unlimited members can instantly watch thousands of titles on a vast array of devices, streaming TV episodes like Xbox 360, the Sony PS3 console, and the Nintendo Wii console. You have any of those? Pop on some movies and TVs whenever the freak you want. Watch as many movies as you want, anytime you want, and you cancel anytime. For a limited time, get a free 30-day trial membership. You can go to netflix.com/FilmRiot and sign up now. And be sure to use the URL if you love us so they know we sent you and we can continue doing the show and you can watch movies and TV shows.
Logo.
So that's it. Thanks as always for sending in your questions. I absolutely love this interaction with you guys. It's really cool to be able to chit-chat more than just digitally, but to be able to answer your questions and feedback and all that stuff. We got to do a meetup one day so we can meet you guys in person. That would be epic. That'd be friggin' epic. But until then, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Ryan_Conley. If you want to be a part of this the next time so I can tweet out and be like, hey, ask me questions, you guys will be like, oh, okay, ask you questions. Also, our Facebook page. And I'll see you guys next week when we get Emily on here. to do some Q&A. It's gonna be a blast-tasty. So till then, stay safe, watch good movies.